Welcome to the WHHI-TV Daily News. I'm Betsy McDaniel. As always, there's a lot to talk about in the Lowcountry today, so we'll get started with our headlines. Early voting is already underway for Beaufort's special mayoral election, with Tuesday as the final day to pick either Mike Sutton or Phil Cromer to lead the city until next year's general election. In what is something of a rarity in today's political arena, the two have conducted their campaign with civility, each openly recognizing that the other guy would do a good job if he were elected. In their most recent debate, both Sutton and Cromer emphasized infrastructure as a top priority. They also discussed the mental health issues behind homelessness in the city's parks, and that affordable housing needs to be approached as a regional issue. The retired Cromer says he can put all of his energy into managing the city. Sutton says the petty battle should be shelved and that it's not about who, it's about what, and the what is our city. It is no secret that conservatives in Florida and the Disney company have been locked in a contentious battle for some time. But now South Carolina has also decided to vote against Disney, using their wallet as the ballot. State Treasurer Curtis Loftus has taken Disney out of the state's investment portfolio, saying the entertainment company has joined with far-left activists to further their political agenda by using nefarious practices aimed at silencing those with less power and money. South Carolina had over $100 million invested in Disney before this decision. Investigators from the Attorney General's office are about to be very busy in the Lowcountry over the next few months, as they've been asked by Solicitor Duffy Stone to take over the corruption investigation against former Beaufort County Administrator Eric Greenway. Greenway was fired last summer. Stone has also asked the Attorney General's office to impanel a state grand jury to probe Greenway's purchasing practices because it has more investigative powers than a local one. In addition to the Greenway case, Solicitor Stone has asked the Attorney General's office to handle the investigation of Colleton County Court Clerk Rebecca Hill, who oversaw the court proceedings in the Murdaugh murder trial last spring. She was accused of jury tampering by Murdaugh's lawyers in September and now faces separate ethics allegations for misusing her office and public money, which might also include allegations against her son Jeffrey. Jeffrey was the Colleton County IT director, and he was recently arrested and charged with wiretapping. And if you're still in the mood for some holiday cheer after all of last weekend's festivities, Beaufort County may have just the ticket. The county will light its tree at the Courthouse Plaza in Beaufort on Friday the 8th at 6 p.m. The county is offering face painting, activities and games, food trucks, and plenty of caroling, along with a visit from what they're calling a special guest from the North Pole arriving in a sleigh. The media sources on your screen will have more on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at WHHI-TV. And if you have an idea for a news story, we'd love to hear it, so drop us a line at news@WHHITV.com. And now here's Justin Jarrett with what happened last night in the Loco.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by Lowcosports.com. We had a busy slate of high school hoops on tap last night, including some serious Lowco-on-Lowco matchups. Let's start in the Nest, where Lowcosports.com's Wes Kerr was on hand for a battle between the Seahawks and the Hampton County Hurricanes. Hampton pulled out a 47-43 win in the girls' game behind a big night from Lyric Jones, but Reese Stewart's three-pointer from the corner lifted the home team to a 61-58 win in a thrilling boys' game. Our friends from Beaufort's own were at Battery Creek for a showdown between the Dolphins and the crosstown rival Whale Branch Warriors. The Whale Branch girls turned in a stout defensive effort to pick up their first win of the year, 29-22, and the boys finished off a sweep with a 56-51 win thanks to huge contributions from the reserves. We had one other Lowco-on-Lowco clash at Beaufort High, where the May River Sharks snagged a 53-33 win in the girls' game behind 12 points from freshman Liz Duncan. But Beaufort's boys salvaged a split with a 60-49 victory as Naeem Pope poured in 21 points. In other action around the Loco, Hilton Head Prep's girls routed St. Vincent's, and the Dolphin boys edged Bethesda Academy 52-46 on the road, while the girls from Thomas Hayward and Cross earned wins, and Patrick Henry swept Andrew Jackson Academy. You can hear more about a busy night of Loco hoops on the Loco Hoops Report, streaming on demand on the Loco Media Network on YouTube. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thanks, Justin. What's the weather going to look like for the rest of the week? Let's find out with Maria.
Thanks, Betsy. Yep, so taking a look ahead, we are going to have a couple more days of cooler weather, but then the temperatures are going to go up in time for the weekend, but then we are going to be seeing those thunderstorms returning by the end of the weekend. But taking a look at Thursday, it's going to be sunny with Hilton Head having a high 57, a low of 41, Bluffton's have a high 59, a low of 38, and Beaufort's going to have a high 58, a low of 38. The sunrise for Thursday is going to be at 7:11 and sunset's going to be at 5:18. Looking at the beach tides, Low tide is going to be 11:51 a.m. and high tide is going to be at 4:29 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week and into the weekend, Friday's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. Come Saturday's going to be sunny to partly cloudy again with the highs getting up into the 70s and lows in the 50s. And then come Sunday, we're going to start off the day with some showers in the morning. Then they're going to turn into heavy thunderstorms starting in the afternoon and continuing on into the evening. The highs are going to be in the 70s, lows are going to drop back down into the 40s. That's it for today. Let's head back to the desk.
Thanks, Maria. After a quick break, we chat with the mayor. Don't go away.